What is up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man. Back with another video. Um, this one's crazy, guys. Kawhi Leonard got traded to the Toronto Raptors. That's right. He's out there in Siberia, man. It's cold. This is great news, though, for the Lakers. I will tell you why in just a minute. I'm very excited for this trade because, yes, Kawhi did get traded, and do we run the same risk that they could convince him potentially, like Paul George? Yes, we do. That's always going to be a risk. But we rolled the dice. We did the right thing. We did not trade. We took the whole young core off the table, especially the way Josh Hart has played in summer league. We took them all off the table, and we said, you know what, Spurs, you guys want to finesse us? We're gonna sit back and see what you can get. And what they got was not bad. They got DeMar DeRozan, right? But in a package, they got DeMar DeRozan, Jacob Palatelli. But we could have gave them something way better. Just saying. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. But yeah, breaking news. I guess DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard are switching spots, and none of them are happy. DeMar DeRozan's really upset. He felt betrayed, as you can see on my thumbnail. He said that there's no loyalty and all that stuff. Well, I got something to tell you, DeMar. I got something to tell you. Yeah, there's no work today, guys, so I'm coming. I was able to do the live stream. I told you guys anything breaks, I got you. But there's a message for DeMar DeRozan, who, when we tried to recruit him in free agency, when we had Mitch and Jim Kupchak, he didn't even give us a meeting, a free agent meeting, and he's from my hometown, Compton. From that moment on, I disowned him. I stopped being a fan. Players that don't even give the respect to the hometown Lakers and at least give us a meeting, we shouldn't respect them as Laker fans. Like, that's just, I guess he felt like Kobe's shadow was just too big to overcome. So what happens is he went ahead and stayed in Toronto talking about he wants to build something in Toronto. Well, guess what? He was building ice bricks over there in the playoffs every season. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise that he didn't come here, honestly. But it would have been nice to at least, if he gave his hometown team a meeting, right? So what's up, everybody? How you doing? I know I'm late, guys. I woke up late. It's my day off. So, I slept in. But still, better late than never, right? So what does this mean for the Lakers, man? Kawhi, there's already reports. Chris Haynes is already reporting that Kawhi has no interest in playing for the Raptors. None. Zero. Nothing. So pretty much he has no desire to play for Toronto. What does that tell me? I don't think he's going to sit out the season. I think he'll play off the season in Toronto, but the Raptors pretty much know it's a one-year rental. They had nothing to lose. They weren't getting anywhere with DeMar DeRozan. So what happened? The biggest winner of the trade could be the Lakers. That's what happened because, of course, it is no secret that he wants to play in LA. If he only plays for one season, I told you guys the best way that we can win a championship quicker is to keep the young core, which Magic and I are always on the same page. That's why I love Magic. I feel like he thinks the way we as fans think, right? He's looking out for the team, not just for the near future, but for the distant future as well. So he kept the core. He said, you know what? No, we're not. The way Josh Hart played, we're taking everybody off the table. And that's what happened. We forced them to make a trade elsewhere, right? And what they got in return for Kawhi is not bad. DeMar DeRozan's an all-star. He's a very good player during the regular season. Now, he's been trashed during the playoffs, let's be honest. And they got that big Jacob Palatelli. I'm not sure if there's any draft picks involved. I didn't really look at the trade like that. But bottom line is the Raptors know it's a one-year deal, and they have nothing to lose. They want to shoot for the gap right now that LeBron's out of the East, right? So they want to get out of the East, and they have a one-year trial to do it. Again, they're reporting that there's no way Kawhi is going to re-sign there. So the Raptors know, according to David Aldridge right here, I'm reading it off of my Twitter. It says, the Raptors know the risk involved with potential Kawhi Leonard acquisition, given his preference for playing in LA. But they have great faith in the young players going forward, regardless of what Leonard decides to do in 2019. So that tells you right there, they already know it's a one-year rental. They know Kawhi, there's a slim to none chance they're even going to get a meeting with him and trying to re-sign him. So I'm telling you right now, I think Kawhi is all but guaranteed a Laker. Look, yes, I get it. The whole PG thing is traumatizing, right? He gave us the indication he wanted to come. We tried trading for him. No cigar. And he spurned us. He didn't even give us a meeting in this year's free agency, right? So what happened? We're gonna keep playing our cards, man, and we have better odds this year because we have LeBron going into next summer. We're gonna have some playoff experience under our belt. We're gonna make noise and we're going to turn heads, guys. And our young core is going to continue to develop. So now we're talking a potential acquisition of Kawhi Leonard in the free agency of 2019. Now you got LeBron James, you got Kawhi Leonard, and the great young core with a bunch of good role players. That's why Magic is a genius. That's why Magic is a genius. He played the long game. That's why he signed Rondo. That's why he signed Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, all to 1-year deals, man. Because as soon as those guys come off the books, guess who slides right in? Kawhi Leonard. So, and then we can go over the cap to re-sign those players back if they play good for us. So it's a win-win for us. And the best part of this trade, guys, is now the young players can focus on the season. They don't have to worry about getting traded. They know they're a part of the long haul. Shout out to Charlie E. Banks. I see you, bro. They know they're a part of the long haul. So I'm pretty sure we're going to get Kawhi. The Raptors, again, 1-year rental. Nothing else they could do. I mean, in the East, they're weak. They're always stuck and eliminated in the second round. I would have traded Demar for Kawhi too, even though it's just a 1-year rental, because DeMar DeRozan, I was a big fan of him, again, from my hometown, Compton. But I disowned him ever since he didn't even give us a meeting. That was so disrespectful. Come on now. At least listen out to the greatest franchise in the world. At least hear us out, man. That's all I ask. Just a little bit of respect. That's why, same thing. I was mad with PG, not because he decided to stay, but because, he didn't even give us a meeting. How disrespectful is that? The great Magic Johnson. Come on now. But moving on, guys. Again, I think this is a great thing for us. He'll be out there stuck in basketball Siberia. There's no way he's resigning there, guys. I'm willing to bet my YouTube channel on it. There's no way he's resigning in Toronto. That'd be weird. That would be extremely weird. Can you see Kawhi Leonard, who's looking for the limelight, who wants to be in LA, who has a family over here, staying in Toronto? No way. But good morning. Good morning. What's up, Brian? What's up, everybody? If you guys are just waking up, you heard the news, you know what's up. Exciting times to be a Laker fan. Again, this takes off a lot of pressure from the young core, and they can play freely and comfortable now. There's no way that they're going to get traded now. So, this is good news for Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, anybody who was in rumors. They can rest assured knowing that they're part of the future and they're going to be here for a very long time. So that's the best news of all, honestly. That is the best news. He said, Raptors not better than the Celtics or Sixers still. And that's going to be key and crucial, because if the Raptors somehow get out of the East, then they'll have a shot at re-signing Kawhi, selling him on the prospect of potentially winning a championship. However, if they continue to struggle, first, second, or third round exit, there's no way that he's re-signing there. For what, right? They sold DeMar and Kyle Lowry on potential championships, building their own legacy, and look what they did to DeMar. For me, franchises that turn around and trade their star players after telling them they're going to keep them forever, guys like, teams like the Clippers and the Raptors, they're trash, guys. And stars see that, and they're not going to be loyal to them when they're not loyal to their own players. So it's something else. He said, Dan, do you remember me? I texted you on Instagram today. Yes, sir. How you doing, man? How you doing, Brody? He said, the best Lakers channel, hashtag DTLF. Thank you, David Thompson. I appreciate you, bro. I didn't think I was going to be making a video today, but it's a good video, man. I'm excited. I'm telling you guys. It's just one of those things where it's a blessing in disguise. Look, first, it was a blessing that DeMar didn't come here, because look at him. He does not perform well in the playoffs. I don't know what happens to him mentally. Him and Kyle Lowry shrunk time and time again in the playoffs, and that's in the East. Imagine the West. I don't know. But I think he'll be a good system player for the Spurs. Very good acquisition. And I think for them, he slides right in, is going to be able to contribute. It was a good trade for the Spurs, honestly, because they didn't have nothing. I mean, they got a star player in return, and they also got a future prospect and a first-round pick. So it's not a bad thing for them. However, the Raptors, I don't think it was a bad thing for them either. Either way, they know it's a 1-year rental. It's good. If you're coming in knowing something, then at least you're not blindsided once Kawhi leaves. So gotta be excited. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So you guys have any questions for me, man? I'll be on for a little bit. I'm not going nowhere right now. He said we could get Kawhi by the deadline. I don't think Toronto will do that. I think Toronto wants to get him for the playoffs and see how far they can get with him. I think that's the whole purpose of it. They're hoping their best case scenario is they get out of the East. That's their best case scenario. They're probably tired. I'm sure they're tired of losing the second, third round. So Dan, you making a scoring prediction video? I will be making a video when the regular season schedule drops, predicting how many we will win. So he said, "Love the beast behind you, the big Diesel." Yeah, man, he's a boss for sure. Boston is better. I agree. Boston is better. I think Philly's still better than Toronto for sure. I mean, what else do they have besides Kawhi out there? Serge Ibaka, Kyle Lowry, who never shows up. So, how long is Demar's contract in? I think he signed. What was it in 2016? He signed an extension with them. I think it was a 5-year max. So what? He has like 3 years left, probably around there. he said breaking news: the Raptors have just waived Kawhi Leonard. That's funny. Yeah, that'll never happen. Now can Kawhi request a trade from Toronto to the Lakers for Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and Lonzo Ball? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? We have the best chance of getting him without losing anything and winning a championship the very next season if we don't give up anything, man. Come on, let's just wait it out. Trust me. Yes, I get it. PG happened, but PG is not the brightest. So, he wants to stay out there in OKC and lose in the first or second round forever. Good for you. But I think Kawhi wants to win. I think Kawhi really does want to come home. He's been wanting to be a Laker for the longest. Ever since I could remember, I would hear the rumors. They just, again, nobody ever thought that Popovich and the Spurs wouldn't be able to handle that situation. Neither did I. But, hey, life's funny, man. Sometimes it hits you with the twists and turns and you don't know how to react. I mean, this is something the Spurs never foresaw coming. You think the Spurs ever imagined that their franchise player, their finals MVP, the guy they drafted would request a trade and not be happy with the team? The way it happened, there's no way. So, yeah, let's just be patient. Let's have fun this year because LeBron James plus the young core is going to be a blast to watch. All right, make no mistake, we will surprise some teams in the West, maybe eliminate a couple of teams here and there. But next year, that's when it's on. Once we add Kawhi Leonard, it's a wrap for the league. I'm telling you. Not even the Warriors will be able to match up with the versatility. We're going to have LeBron. We're going to have Kawhi Leonard. We're going to have Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, man. I'm telling you right now, the Lakers are set for the future and for the present. We're going to compete from now, and we're also going to compete in the future. So he said, besides a trade, this was the second best thing that could happen for us. He was traded to a team he will 100% not re-sign with. Would be more worried had he been traded to the Sixers or Celtics. I agree, Kobe, 100%. You're right on point, man, with your analysis. That's why I'm happy. I'm happy it's Toronto. I don't have a worry in my body that he's going to stay there. So, yep. If the Raptors beat the Celtics in the playoffs, Kyrie could leave. That's another thing. Kyrie Irving is going to be another option in free agency. Who knows if he's fully invested in Boston? I mean, maybe he is, but you just never know. I think we could definitely make the Western Conference Finals. Me too, man. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for at least Western Conference Finals, but I'm just glad we're making the playoffs, honestly. My prediction is 53 wins and third seed in the Western Conference Finals versus Warriors. Yeah, I mean, that's a good prediction. I think we're going to need a little more than 53 wins in the West, though, to get to the third seed. I'm thinking maybe more like closer to 60 than 53, but I don't know. We'll see. He said, I agree. He said, I'm so happy now we will keep our young core. Amen. Too bad Randall didn't get the respect from the head office. He would have been great for us this year. Yeah, but you know what? Everything's a blessing in disguise. Is the way I see it. I always like to put a positive twist on everything. For example, Randall leaving only means that Kyle Kuzma is going to have even more of an opportunity to flourish. And like I said, I always like Kuzma better with his versatility. So, but I wish Randall the best. No hard feelings, man. Hopefully he does well in New Orleans, but except when he plays us, then I wish him the worst. But other than that, happy. He said, facts. We will be deep and versatile. Definitely champs if we can get Kawhi. Lakers versus Boston in 2019 finals is the goal. Both versatile, defensive, young, star power, and prideful teams. Yeah, man, I could definitely see that. And the ratings would shoot up for the NBA for reals, man. He said, your ideal free agent scenario next year? My ideal scenario would be we sign Kawhi Leonard straight up and then get a bunch of good role players, add some more shooting, add some more versatility. That's ideal. I mean, if you have Kawhi and LeBron, I'm sure you can recruit a lot of free agents at a discount price. So I'm just saying. He said, go to work. It's my day off, bro. It's my day off. I work 5 days a week, 8-hour shift, 8 to 10 hours. and I deserve my days off. Yesterday and today were my days off. He said 100% not re-signing with Toronto. You know what? Um, I wonder if he's even going to play from day one. I mean, the way Kawhi's been acting, I wouldn't be surprised if he sat out part of the season, unhappy with the trade. You got to remember they both got betrayed, DeRozan and Kawhi. Um, Popovich told Kawhi he was going to try to make him happy. I'm sure that wasn't the case when he traded him to Toronto. So it's tough, but that's the way the NBA goes. It's a business. That's why you got to make the best choice for yourself, and that's coming to the Lakers. Come on, Kawhi, 2018. The grind is real. Yes, sir. You already know, Samuel. We got to grind, baby. That's the only way to survive. He said, I'd rather sign Klay Thompson than Leonard. I don't know about that. I much prefer if Kawhi's healthy, and we're going to find out this season if he plays for Toronto. If he's healthy, of course, Kawhi's a way better option, man. But I think Klay Thompson disappears a lot of the time, especially in the playoffs, man. I feel like he's very streaky offensively. Defensively, I like that. I like him in transition. But Kawhi Leonard is just a next-level guy, man. I think the difference between Kawhi Leonard and Klay is Klay Thompson is an all-star, and Kawhi is a superstar. So that's the difference. And I don't like to throw in the word super very often, but that's how much I respect Kawhi Leonard. I think he's a superstar when he's healthy. Spurs, what they got DeMar DeRozan, Jacob Potelli or something like that. I know I'm butchering his name. I always do. And a first-round pick, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And the Raptors got Danny Green and Kawhi Leonard. So, yeah, it was a decent trade for both of them. How can BI really coexist with LeBron? That's easy. BI can play 1 through potentially even 4, the way the league has gotten. It's pretty soft in the paint. So BI can run any position. Remember, his position is basketball. LeBron can run point guard to 4 to even 5. But yeah, pretty much that's the way they're going to fit in. They're going to fit in nicely, man. Having 2 guys who can attack the rim, who can shoot, spread the floor, has good court vision, can dribble, handle the ball. That's versatility. The Spurs tried to finesse us. I feel you. He said, I pray we wait and get Kawhi Leonard in free agency. Something's telling me that we might trade with Toronto to bring him in for BI and Josh Hart. The way the Raptors don't lose in a deal coming next season. Hopefully we don't trade. I don't think we will. I really feel like Magic is smart. He said, Dan, people are sleeping on BI. He's about to unleash next year. I agree. Him and Kuzma, I think, are the biggest guys are going to benefit from LeBron. I really do. He said, Portales is how you pronounce it, Dan? Oh, for sure. Thanks. I really don't care, honestly. I don't care about any players that aren't associated with the Lakers. If I mispronounce them, unless they're watching the video, I really don't care. Like, not to sound cocky or nothing, but yeah, he's irrelevant to me. He's a Spur. He said, Dan, you think if PG would have signed with the Lakers with LeBron, you think the Lakers make a trade to get Leonard? Probably, because then, now we're talking favorites in the NBA to win it all. So there's a difference. He said, I would love to see us beat Golden State Warriors at their best, not the Warriors without Klay. I agree, Cubs, 100%. He said, breaking news, Kobe Bryant came back from retirement to play with LeBron. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. I would love it to happen, even if it was in a limited role, just because I want him to collect another ring, but it's probably not going to happen, man. Kobe's always said he's never coming out of retirement. He's doing his own thing, man. He's winning Grammys and stuff. Let the man be. He said, I hope Toronto beats Boston. Yeah, I don't. I actually, this is the first time I don't, because I want Toronto to lose. The earlier, the better. That way we have the highest chance at getting Kawhi. He said, if the Lakers trade next year, Dane contract with a couple of picks, maybe we can sign Kawhi plus Capella. Yeah, we'll see. He said, I'm disappointed that Kawhi is not here this year. Don't be, Steve. I know we really wanted Kawhi, but not for the price they were asking. They were asking for Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, and a pick. Come on now. Look what they got over there. All right. They got a solid trade, but they didn't rob them for everybody. I'm just saying the Spurs, they were always going to try to trade him to the East. They would have only traded him to the West, to the Lakers, if we would have, cleared the books for him. So Nah, not worth it, man. Trust me, we have a bright future, as bright as it could be. You saw what Josh Hart did in summer league. He's continuing to improve. He continues to get better. We just got to stay patient and keep running the course, man. We on the right blueprint. I'm sure if Magic, I'm sorry, I'm sure if Mitch Kupchak was still here, he probably would have pulled the trigger just like he did the Steve Nash trade, messed us up. Just like he did the Dwight Howard trade, messed us up. But sometimes you can't have knee-jerk reaction trades. Just because stars become available, you don't want to have that Carmelo Anthony type ripple effect trade where you give up way too much. You end up just with the star, no good role players, and no future. So look what the Melo trade did. It set the Knicks back. They're finally starting to get their footing back from all that. They finally drafted well. So you don't want to cripple yourself just to add a star, and you don't even end up getting a championship. You need depth. Playoffs, something you got to learn about the playoffs. You need depth in order to compete. The Cavs didn't have depth. That's why they got swept. They had LeBron, best player in the world, and they also had Kevin Love, but the rest of the team was garbage. So what does that tell you? You need depth. You need guys like Brandon Ingram, guys like Kyle Kuzma, guys like Josh Hart, guys like Rondo, JaVale McGee. You need those guys. And so I say run the course, baby. Run it. Dan, I completely agree with you. Got to follow the Celtics blueprint or the Warriors blueprint, who are the ones that keep adding without subtracting. So I'd rather say Warriors because, we hate Boston. You only run 7 guys in the playoffs? No way, Steve. No way. The Warriors aren't running only 7 guys in the playoffs. No, they're not. Check again, buddy. The teams that are winning aren't running 7 guys in the playoffs. That's a recipe for disaster. That 7 guys, what is that? The starting lineup plus 2 substitutions? No way. Come on, brother. You're better than that. He said, how to feel about the story on Isaiah Thomas signing in Denver for $2 million? I don't feel any kind of way, man. I wish him the best. He fell off big time. So that's because of his injury. And I want him to recover and take care of his family, man. We only wish these guys the best. We don't need any knee-jerk reaction trades or signing like Dang, Moscow, D12, etc. Stay the course. Thank you, Cubs. Thank you, bro. 100% agree with you, man. He said, Dan, how long we have Dang? Such a dang problem. Such a dang problem like that. I think we have him for 2 more years, this season and next season. So, again, maybe next year we can maybe trade him to clear some cap. I don't know. But I'm not worried about it because we're still going to have enough cap space to sign a max free agent regardless. If you were a Lakers coach, how would you divide the minutes? If I'm a Lakers coach, how would I divide the minutes? That's easy. Starting lineup is going to get 30 to 35 minutes per game, unless the game is close and they can go over 40. That's fine. But the bench players, the best ones, guys like Rondo, will get anywhere from 25 to 30, right? But I would definitely play the players that are playing the best at all times. That's a good question, man. Never in my life have I got asked that question, but I like to play GM and head coach. That's why I play 2K all the time, man. He said, Dan, I can see DeRozan having a career year with Kawhi had issues with the Raptors front office. Why would you like your franchise trading their most loyal player? Yeah. Again, I've always said this before. The Raptors are the Clippers of the East. They've always been a pretender. They're always going to be a pretender. Their front office is not that bad. Masai Ujiri is pretty good. But, again, loyalty means everything to players. When you go ahead and promise something and you don't keep your word, players around the league take notice. So it's going to be harder for them. What they're basically doing is harder for them to sign free agents in the offseason now because they're like, oh, shoot, I don't want to be the next DeMar DeRozan. What if I sign a max contract there and I end up getting traded? Same thing for the Clippers. If you notice, they didn't get anybody, and they could have had cap space. They even lost out on DeAndre Jordan, didn't get nothing in return for him. So that tells you everything you need to know. Once they trade away Blake Griffin, it becomes a red flag for players, for free agents. The Lakers, on the other hand, we've established ourselves really well. We've been loyal to our players, and loyalty is key. Lakers are like a family. If you win for us, if you win championships, you're guaranteed that we're going to be loyal to you. So I'm just saying there's difference in franchises, man. We don't go promising stuff we can't hold on to, Dan, I don't think he's going to the Clippers. He's going to want to get payback from Pop for trading him to the Raptors. What do you think? Yeah, the Clippers are a non-factor again. They're back where they belong in the bottom. They're not even going to make the playoffs this year. They lost DeAndre, Blake Griffin, and Chris Paul all through in 2.5 summers. So pretty much it's a wrap for them. Their little pretend ride was nice. They were hanging up selfies, whatever. They were trying to mock the Lakers, thinking that they were the new team in LA. Well, the joke was on them all along, because any real basketball fan knows that was never going to happen. So, yeah, that's why I hated the Clippers. I went from laughing at them because they're irrelevant to respecting them because they traded for Chris Paul, to completely disrespecting them because they started thinking they were going to run LA, and they started just disrespecting us. So that's when I really turned on the Clippers, and I'm like, wow, you guys are irrelevant, too irrelevant to ever even put our name in your mouth. Put some respect on our name. We run LA for life, man. Clippers shouldn't exist. I agree with you, man. They should be in Vegas or Seattle or something. He said, can I get a shout out? Shout out to Jeremiah Lopez. I see you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on the channel. Appreciate you guys. He said, Spurs are trash now. They lost Kawhi, Green, and Parker. Yeah, that's the best part, is that teams like the Spurs are starting to decay. I just honestly, can I be honest with you guys? I don't understand this trade for the Spurs perspective. They want to be a middle of the road team in the middle of nowhere with DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, you'll still be relevant, make the playoffs, but you're not going to win any championships. Why not just rebuild? They should have took the initial package we were offering, which was Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart, and a first-round pick. That's good, and that's better than what they received over there. So I'm just saying, like, I really don't understand, the Spurs mindset. I get it. But, yeah, you're right. Pop doesn't want to rebuild, but sometimes you can't do what Pop wants. You got to do what's right for the franchise. And they're just prolonging the inevitable. Pretty soon they're going to have to rebuild because they're not getting past Golden State, the Lakers. They're not getting past the Houston Rockets. We're going to be the top 3-4 teams in the West. So it is what it is. They should have traded, man. Brandon Ingram has a way brighter future than DeMar DeRozan could ever sniff out. So I'm just saying they should have made that trade when they had a chance. As soon as the Lakers realize, you know what, we're better off with the young core, LeBron's going to stay patient, that's when the Spurs shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, Kawhi's going to be upset. DeMar DeRozan's already upset. So they're both upset. They're both kicking and screaming on their way to the new city. It is what it is. But in reality, DeMar should be happy because he's getting traded from a joke of a franchise to he's going to get to play with a Hall of Fame coach like Popovich. I mean, if I was DeMar, I'd be excited. I really would. But again, karma. Think about this, guys. Karma has the Lakers back. So the Chris Paul trade gets vetoed. Guess what? A couple years later, Dan Gilbert, he gets spurned by LeBron and he comes to the Lakers. So that's karma. That's instant karma for the Lakers, right? Same thing with DeMar DeRozan. He dissed LA talking about, he didn't want to play in Kobe's shadow, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? Karma got him. And now he gets traded from the city where he supposedly was supposed to build a legacy. And now he's upset, right? Because he's stuck there for the next 3 to 4 years. I'm not sure. Same thing's going to happen to Paul George. All right. He spurned the Lakers, didn't even give us a meeting. He dropped his whole ESPN special. Guess what? He's probably going to be the next Carmelo Anthony. He's going to end up getting traded. He's going to be a journeyman around the league. I'm sure once the Thunder realize that when they open their eyes, they realize that they're not going to win anything with Russ. They're going to end up trading Russ while he still has maximum trade value. That is if he doesn't have a trade clause. If he has a trade clause, then they're going to have to convince him to move. And then Paul George is going to be a journeyman, just like Carmelo is now. So that's what I foresee for him. But we'll see. I'm telling you, karma has the Lakers back. That's what happens when you're a grade A class organization. You try not to do players dirty. That's what happens, man. He said Chris Paul couldn't get traded to the Lakers, but Boogie can go to the Warriors. Tell me about it, bro. But you know what? Basketball reasons, right? Somebody should pull up the commissioner right now. Ask him, hey, what happened to basketball reasons? I know for damn sure that there's no basketball reason in the world that should allow Boogie to go to Golden State after they won back-to-back championships and they have the Western Conference All-Star team over there. So it is what it is. He said, Dan, the Lakers have a better bench than the Warriors. I agree with that. All we need to fix is that starting lineup. Once Kawhi comes here, it's a wrap. They're not going to sniff the finals again. Trust. He said, LeBron is my brother, but Kobe is my dad forever. I like that, bro. I like that. Yeah, we'll never turn our back on Kobe, but we do have to embrace LeBron. So let's just let it be, man. Again, is this just history repeating itself? That's why I predicted LeBron to Lakers a year before it happened. I said Lakers have a history of landing the best players, don't matter if they're at the end of their career or whatever. But look, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, and now LeBron, Kobe Bryant. We always land the best of the best around the league. Yeah, so I'm just saying, man, you got to embrace it because this has all been part of the culture. Bro, the league owned the Hornets at the time, and it was a trade, not a signing, two totally different situations. I get all that. But still, they agreed to a trade in principle, which means the commissioner shouldn't have stepped in for basketball reasons. They ended up getting a worse trade. They're lucky they drafted Anthony Davis, but we were giving them a pretty decent trade, man. They were going to get Pau Gasol, who at the time was still good, Eric Gordon, who at the time was still good and still is good, first-round draft picks. They were going to get all kinds of stuff. So there was no basketball reason they could have came up with to block that trade. It was a horrible look, and it was so convenient, right, for the commissioner to block it simply because Dan Gilbert was crying that the Lakers keep winning championships. That's all it was. So let's not disguise it, guys. I'm over it already. I'm definitely over it. Look at the core we have and look at LeBron. But I just throw it in there because I tell you guys, basketball karma has our back. Dan, do you see us picking up any more free agents? I think we have room for one more. I'm not sure who right now at the moment. I know Capella's still out there, but that's all I'm saying, guys. All I'm saying is I think one more free agent. I'm not sure who it is, but there's still some good ones out there, man. There's still some pretty good ones. You say Greg Monroe. I'm not a fan of his. Jaleel Okafor, not a fan of his, but I'd give him a shot only because he's younger. Capella would be dope to hold down Boogie. Yeah, I mean, Capella would be ideal, but in order for us to land Capella, the Carmelo Anthony would need to go to the Rockets, and they would have to renounce the rights to Capella. That would be the only way. But I'm not sure if I see that happening. He said, would you like it if the Lakers picked up Michael Beasley? Somebody asked me that on Twitter, and I'll tell them the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told them. We have a lot of wings and forwards. I'm not sure we need him at all. I've always liked Beasley. I wouldn't be mad if we signed him, but, I mean, do we really need another guy who's kind of a head case? We already have Rondo. We have Lance Stevenson. We have a JaVale McGee. I'm not sure we need another forward/wing player. I really not. We need a big man. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a big man in free agency. I know we missed out on Brook Lopez, but that's okay because I really wasn't a fan of his this year. He disappointed me. And he was extremely soft, wouldn't get any rebounds. So we need a better big man that could do that. I was hoping for Noel, but Noel, I don't know. I don't know why he's drinking the OKC juice. I guess that the agent of Julius Randle and them, I think they'll have the same agent, garbage ass agent, man. I'm telling you, this guy has something against the Lakers or something. But that's all right. We just won't do business with his clients in the future. That's all good. He said the Lakers are better than last year's Cavaliers team. Therefore, I expect them to make it to the finals. They have the talent to give it to the Warriors or Houston. I like the way you think, Marina. But remember, he is in the West now. It's a different animal. Hey, how you doing? I'm great. Good to see you. The West is a different animal. That's all I say about that. But if the Warriors weren't in the way, or if a crazy injury happened or anything, let's say they lost KD, then I believe the Lakers will make it for sure out of the West. We have a shot, yes. As long as you got the king, you got a shot. And I expect the young core to step it up. But how big that shot is, I'm just not sure if I expect them to make the finals. I don't expect anything but playoffs and a couple of first and second round surprises potentially. That's about it. And remember, this is the first year LeBron came here. You can't put too much on his shoulders right now because he don't have a co-star at the moment, even though one of these young guys could technically, rise and become that. But all in all I expect from LeBron is a good show. And I expect him to put the team on his back when it counts. Games that are close, I expect him to close out. So that's about it. But remember, we're in the West, Houston, Golden State, and you got sleeper teams like Utah that are really, really good. So it's going to be tough. You said, any chance you see Dang play this year? He's still a good two-way player if needed. I don't think he's a good two-way player. He can't hit a shot for a lick. He can't play in this fast, up-tempo game. He's slower now. We got him at the absolute worst of his moment of his career. So, hey, Brandon Adams with the donation coming in clutch. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. He said, Dan, did you see the Pelicans press conference in Randall? It's comedy. No, I did not, actually. I don't really care for any other team but the Lakers. Only other team that I'll potentially tune in from time to time to is, of course, the New York Knicks. But it's mainly Lakers all the way, baby. He said, I don't agree that we need a center. I believe we're going to play a lot of small ball this year. But it's good to have versatility just in case you have a mismatch down low. You can throw a big body in. You just never know. He said, no doubt, brother. For sure, bro. He said, Randall got robbed. Nah, he didn't. Randall didn't get robbed. Randall, we could have gave him the money. He didn't want to stay here. We could have gave him anywhere from 11 to 15 mil. He didn't want to stay here. That's all it was. That's why we decided to sign Rondo, somebody who really wants to play here, over Randall. Why have bad chemistry when you're trying to take the next step? You know? Who you taking in the playoff series, Rockets or Lakers? I'm taking the Lakers, man. We got LeBron. As long as we got LeBron and our defense is way better than theirs, I think we have a shot. But, of course, I'm riding with my team. I think we're going to have a shot. The only team that's going to be the hardest to beat is Golden State. But if we face off versus the Rockets 7-game series, good luck containing LeBron. I always thought that I was actually cheering for Golden State to beat the Rockets in a way, even though I wanted the Rockets to win. It was kind of weird because I knew that LeBron would come to the Lakers. But if the Rockets would have made the finals and LeBron wins, then he probably would have stayed. So that's all I'm saying about that. Like, it was a blessing in disguise that Golden State swept LeBron because it really made him feel that, Dan Gilbert wasn't doing enough to get him help. He felt that, right? They didn't even trade that draft pick, who, by the way, turned out to be a pretty good Colin Sexton. But bottom line is LeBron wanted them to trade the pick because he needed the help. He knew he was going to go up against Golden State, and he seemed helpless, man. Did you see he broke his hand because he was so upset? Well, according to reports, his hand looks fine to me now. But he said Ingram is too skinny, man. Trade him if he doesn't gain 10 pounds. Stop it. I respect you too, Jeremiah. Thank you, bro. He said, Dan, we can beat the Rockets because all we have to do is put LeBron on Harden and he's over. Or we could put Brandon Ingram, or we could put Josh Hart. We got plenty of good versatile defenders. We want to save LeBron's energy for the offensive side, right? As much as possible. But yeah, technically he can be on him. He said Ingram is buff. Now you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Yeah, I agree. Ingram got stronger. He continues to get stronger. And you don't want him to gain 10 pounds unnaturally. You want to do it all natural, You want him to get cut up and stronger and just keep being agile and keep his speed and all that because he can get to the rim at will. So Chris Paul will be a problem, but guess what? We have Lonzo. Lonzo has pretty good length, athleticism. When he gets beat off the dribble, he recovers well. Just go look at the highlights. He blocked John Wall at the rim, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, a couple of he made some defensive plays this year, and some that even helped us win games, like the one versus the Washington Wizards when he blocked them at the rim. So I'm just saying, man, Lonzo is no joke on defense, and I think Chris Paul's going to have his hands full with guys like Rondo, who's pesky, Lance Stevenson, pesky, and even Lonzo, who has length, athleticism, and can be very pesky. So that's what makes it so dangerous. That's what people are underestimating. Yes, we landed LeBron. That's the obvious. But the depth and the peskiness that we have at guard, at shooting guard, at the wing position, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. He said, great trade for all involved. Yes, sir. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you, brother. He said, we about to sweep OKC in the first round. If we face them, no doubt. No doubt. But, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to playoffs, guys. I can't wait for the season, for preseason. I'll be here with you guys, breaking down the schedule, all that good stuff, man. He said, Dan, what's your thoughts about this? Lance will make Harden's dance. Lance will make Harden dance. That's funny. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't wait for those matchups. I cannot wait. I think we are a much improved defensive team and offensive team. And last year we were pretty dangerous. We lost a lot of close games that I'm sure we're going to win this season. So I can't wait, man. If you had to trade one player, who would it be? Lonzo, Kuzma, or Ingram? Lonzo, just because I feel like Ingram could run point. I feel like Kuzma has a bright future as well. And LeBron could run point guard. So by position, the most expendable to me is Lonzo. But I wouldn't want to trade him because Lonzo to me is a Jason Kidd type player. Hall of Famer in the making. Hey, what's up, Dan? What a gift. Thank you, Raptors. I agree, Chris. How you doing, bro? Going to be a great season ahead. Yes, it is, Gary. He said, we need a chant for Kawhi at every Laker home game, guys. I agree, man. Let's make him feel welcome when he comes here. I cannot wait. I would trade Kuz first. That's tough. I don't know. I don't know, Showtime. I love Kuzma. I don't want to, though. I know you don't want to, but if I had to trade one of the three, again, for me, it's Lonzo, just because his pops is. I'm be honest with you. The main reason is his pops. I don't want his pops to be a problem, an issue, but yeah, skill wise, he has all the talent in the world, man. There's no reason for Kuz to come off the bench. I mean, if he has the right mindset, he could seriously be a killer, first option off the bench. So I don't even mind as long as he gets a lot of minutes. To me, I think people overreact for bench and starting. As long as they're getting minutes, I'm happy. So that's what matters to me, minutes. And it's not who starts the game, it's who finishes it. If Kuzma's balling out, he's up in the 20-point mark, I don't expect him to be benched. That's up to Luke, but I want him to play starter minutes in the end. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I'll take a couple more questions. I take my girl out today, man. We might head out to the OC fair or somewhere. Go ahead and if you guys are out there, say what's up. I will be out there, man. It's our day off, so we got to enjoy it, man, as much as we can. He said, Dan, what video games do you play? Mainly 2K, a little bit of FIFA, Madden when that comes out. And I don't have a lot of time, man, but when I get a chance, mostly 2K, man. If you constantly bash Lonzo Ball, you don't know basketball IQ. I agree, Josh, because Lonzo, he can do it all. He's very versatile. Yeah, we shouldn't constantly bash any young players, though, because they have a bright future. Even to those fans that were over here trashing, what's his face, the guard from the Hawks. Yeah, I'm so bad with names when they're not Lakers, man, I forget them. But you know him, to Trae Young. There are fans that are already calling him a bust in Summer League. I'm like, are you guys serious, man? That guy has a bright future, Thank God they're not GMs because they got knee-jerk reactions. They probably trade him for a bag of Skittles. For sure, Eric. Thank you, bro. Can BI play full-time point guard? Without a doubt. If you guys remember when Lonzo got injured, he was running point and he was averaging 10 assists. So that tells you how good he is and how smart he is with his basketball IQ. Very underrated player. The average fan just wants him to be a scorer, but there's so much more he can do to help a team win. Thank you, Samuel. Appreciate it. Who's my starting five? Lonzo, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, LeBron, and JaVale probably. He's a Lakers fan. What's going on, Dan? What's up, George? How you doing, bro? About to get off in a little bit, man. About to get off. Thank you, Jeremiah. Appreciate you, bro. You on Xbox or PS4, bro? I'm on Xbox and PS4, but mainly the online games I play them on Xbox because all my friends are on Xbox. So, Dan, would you trade for Blake? No, I would not trade for Blake. At this point, we're ready, man. With this roster, this is probably what's going to go into the season. So just be ready, guys. It's going to be a fun ride, and I can't wait. All right, one more question. Marina, she says, Danny, what do you think is missing with this Lakers team and that is short of what the Warriors have? Just one more star. That's it. And we could already have them on the roster. If one guy steps up and plays like a star, then we're going to give the Warriors a run for their money. But that's about it. That's all that's missing. And we're right there, Marina. Trust. We're right there. We might even take them to 7 if we face them in the playoffs. So we're right there. But I'll do this question last by Brandon Adams. He said, what's my gamer tag? Here's the gamer tag. I'm going to type it in, guys. I used to trash talk a lot. So pretty much don't judge me for my gamer tag, but some of you guys already know it. I think there might be a 24 or not. I'm not sure. It's one of those two. But yeah, pretty much it has a little character that looks like me. So you'll recognize it when you add it. But appreciate you guys so much, man. I'm going to go ahead and get off. Go get ready, man. OC Fair. If I see you guys out there, say what's up. Laker Nation, stand up. But much love, guys. Thank you guys for the support again. 44 minutes in. Wow. It flies by so quick, man. Talking to you guys, I lose track of time. But much love. Love you guys too, man. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out. Enjoy your day, guys.